Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Shear. Hello, Jason Shear.
Hello, Michael.
All right, we got a lot to get to this show. Lots of stuff to get to. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk men's basketball, women's basketball, because again, we have the oracle of knowledge that is women's basketball, Jason Shear, on here. But first, we are going to talk Arizona football because, as we all know, and hello everybody in here, this is a football school. Listen, I mean, a lot of people trying to say, well, they like basketball there too. This is very much a football school. We know that, and we saw this throughout the spring, Shear.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, basketball is successful and everything, but football's Arizona's bread and butter.
It always has been. It always will be.
Always.
Yes. So I want to talk a little bit about Noah Fifita because I think this season hinges on Noah Fifita having a good season. Would you agree with this?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we don't need the quarterback. What's he ever
done? Put it mildly, yes.
Yeah. Okay. He made an interesting response or remark about Seth Daggy, where he said he's the best offensive coordinator, offensive mind that he's ever been around. Shots at Jed. We love that. That was awesome. But Daggy is impressive, though. Shear. He is.
He's just a super. Look, and the funny thing is, and Daggy kept saying it to the presser too. He's like, guys, I haven't called to play yet for Arizona. But he's just impressive. The way he carries himself. The way he actually knows exactly what he wants to do, his intensity, his approach, it's all just very impressive.
Yeah, it is. Now let's talk about it. The key with this entire team is the O-line. Because, again, I'm going to keep going back to that because that is the key to what I demand from this team. And I demand one thing, to be entertained. And I don't care about wins or losses anymore. I mean, I'd love to win, but I want to be entertained. Sheer, this is not too much to ask. It shouldn't be.
I love it. I don't care about wins, those stupid things. I just want to have fun. No.
I must be entertained. This is about me. This isn't about anybody else at this stage. This is about me.
Yeah, look, I mean, we think the offense is going to be good, and I think Seth Daggy is good enough to scheme around an offensive line that may not be very good. But at the end of the day, you have to have a good offensive line to win games.
By the way, everybody, Shear and I were ready to go at 10:26. Cody James Martin was the reason that we got in there at 10:31. We blame Cody James Martin, not me, not Shear.
Yes, we will blame Cody.
I'm taking care of a sleeping baby. You guys can wait 30 seconds.
You don't have to take – yeah, if it's sleeping, it's sleeping.
Yeah,
it was sleeping. I had to go get it from the other room.
Yeah, all right. Well, either way. Yes.
Okay, whatever.
Yes. Now, Shadur Sanders did not get his jersey retired by the U of A. That was very good, T.R. Burns. But let's talk about it, though, from what we've seen. Is Arizona going to be able to hold on at every 10:30? But Nick, not my fault. Not my fault. You got to take this up with Cody James Martin. Not on my watch, my friend. Not on my watch. But Shear, I think the wide receivers were a revelation throughout camp. It's a good unit.
Really good unit. Scares me. We'll find out in the next, what is it? I think it's only open for like a week, if that. Actually, not less than a week.
Leaves, we didn't want him anyways.
Yeah, but Chris Hudson is good. Nunu Watley is awesome. They have a very good wide receiver group.
Could you make the case there? Could you make the case it's the best wide receiver unit in the conference?
I think absolutely on paper. I mean, look, we gotta prove it in games, but absolutely, why not? Why not Arizona?
Yeah, that's what I say. When people say why Arizona, I say why not Arizona. I think it's like a JFK quote or somebody like that. Now, so let's talk a little bit about Watley. Watley is Watley's very, very good. Sometimes when you get these kids, was that an HBCU he came from?
I don't know. I don't want to say it. No, Chattanooga. No.
Was that an HBCU? I think it is.
Is it? We did this before.
Yeah, and I was right. I'm 1-for-1 batting on HCA. By the way, some guy put in the YouTube comments, he says, it's not an HBCU?
No.
Some guy puts in the YouTube comments, he says, I don't know why I watch this show. And then he said something, and plus, I'm always borderline offended. Well, if you're borderline offended, I don't know what to tell you then, buddy. Well, appreciate the view, but we ain't changing for you. Okay. But Watley's really, really good, though. A lot of times when you get those guys from the pseudo HBCUs you don't really know what you're going to get, but he looks the part. He looks the part big time.
Noah Fifita was asked to pick one offensive player that stood out, and he picked Nunu Watley. So that tells me what I need to know. He's good. He's really good, very fast, but it's football speed. It's not just like track speed, which we've seen guys come in before with track speed and not do anything, but it is football speed. He is good. Joseph, I know you're getting excited.
Joseph.
He's better than Jeremiah, which I know it's hard for you to believe because you thought Jeremiah would be better than T-Mac last year. But
listen, here's the thing that with these Gen Zers, they're all reactionaries, and Joseph is at the front of that list. Joseph, at the end of the day, Joseph, here's pseudo HBC. I'm sure that guy's going to get offended by it. I don't care because it's not offensive. But we got to talk about these Gen Zers for a second, like Joseph. Everything is what you just saw. We had to hear all last year about how he thought Jeremiah Patterson was going to be better than T-Mac because he thought that Cowing was better than T-Mac. So therefore, Jeremiah, he was wrong. Then we had to hear about how Trey Townsend was essentially Aaron Gordon. He was wrong. Just because you saw a guy make a three or they look good in practice, Joseph, you need to chill out here a little bit. The Gen Zers look to you.
And then that's the thing. Like they look to him, and then they have false expectations. Enough is enough, Joseph. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Not on our watch, my friend. Not on our watch. Okay, but the wide receiver units. But it was Patterson better than Ted? Oh, gross. They're not going to announce his name Ted at the draft, are they?
I will completely ignore the drafting of T-Mac if they announce it as Ted.
Marcus Delgado says, can we get Joseph to defend himself? No, because he's wrong. Okay. Now, the other wide receivers, though, it's not just that. Keep in mind, too, I think a lot of people thought Chris Hunter going into the season was going to be the number one wide receiver, and he was fine. But it was more of what other people did.
Look, there's no T-Mac. Clearly, there's no T-Mac. I mean, it's not, I'm not saying something revolutionary here, but it is absolutely a deeper wide receiver group than last year. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. You have a legit two deep. You have Nunu Watley, Chris Hudson, Chris Hunter. There's your starters. You have Spivey, Phelps. You have Wysong. It's a deeper unit. I mean, Patterson. This is bad for Joseph. I'm going to say it.
Do you want to say it right now? This is bad for
Patterson. Patterson's on transfer watch. I'm not saying he will do it, but he's basically a third string wide receiver now.
Hey, but you know what's also great about this unit, though? We don't have to pretend, and I didn't pretend. You fell into this trap a little bit, Sheer. You fell into this trap a little bit. I did not. Where last year with Montana, Lamonius, Craig, we don't have anybody pretending that he's good.
No, that's the thing too. Like they're speaking very highly of players, but the players you're speaking highly of are pretty good. Like they're pretty good,
right? How did my man Flo do? Sheer, do you want to let him down softly here?
I'm trying to think the best way I could do.
He's not going to play. He's not good enough. I'll keep going.
I think Flo's best trajectory for his life is to finish up his career this season with a free education, graduate, and just go on to be a successful dude. Yep. He just isn't good enough.
And here's the thing. And I believe this. When 4 or 5 different people are like 4 or 5 different coaches. Now, listen, there are some things where coaches are dummies. We've seen this. We've seen this with Jed. But we, at the same time, sometimes when a coach looks at you and 4 different staffs look at you and you say, sometimes, Joseph, it's just not there, dude. No matter how badly you want it. I don't know what else to say. It's not good enough.
The coaching staff wants him to be good. It's not like they're rooting against him. They've done everything they can. He's just like, I would say he's not even like a 4th-string linebacker.
Yeah. Sergio, they're going to have a lot of basketball talk, but we're going to talk football the first half of the show because we are a football school. We've been over this. Okay, now let's get a couple.
Does Flo have a future in maybe the strength and conditioning room?
Flo should go to WWE.
Flo should go to WWE. I was thinking about that today when I was watching it. Yeah, they did. That would be good. WrestleMania. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Flo should absolutely be a wrestler.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. AZ Wildcat fan. Congrats to AZ Wildcat fan Junior on committing to the U of A starting next year. It'll be great to have him at Arizona's flagship university. Bear down. Congratulations. $5 super snap. Absolutely. True story. His son's name is Koa Pete. So they're
wow.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, now let's pay a couple bills, and now we got to get to. Sure. Where'd you go? Sure.
I can't see you.
Sure. Oh, whew. Arizona Primary Eye Care, my friend. I was at Arizona Primary Eye Care last week picking out some more glasses. They got me some new glasses as well beyond just these ones. So I'm going to look even better, Sheer. I'm going to look even better. And
Impossible.
yeah, well,
Impossible.
it's hard. But I'm also going to be getting my checkup there, 5-day checkup, 5-day checkup on Thursday, so I can get new contacts. AccuView now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposables. Same day urgent visits. Check it out. Optical options to fit all budgets. Get them all booked up. They got 4. Check them out. Boom, boom, boom. What else we got? Talk to me. Baggins. I went to Baggins with Andre Veras, and we discovered how I discovered Andre Veras. We also talked about Deshaun Bryant as well. We like Deshaun Bryant. We also talked about Sheer. Sheer, do you like the Albuquerque turkey?
I haven't had it yet. I need to try it out. We'll see.
It's very, very good. Julian, very good job. It's very, very good. I did have gas. That's easily the biggest gas producing one out of all the sandwiches, though. But that doesn't mean it's not good gas.
What a fantastic advertisement that they could actually put that on their menu.
No, it's a good gas. Yeah, Coz AZ12 though went there twice last week. Was very, very tasty. Sheer, what do you end up getting?
The sundown.
Yeah. Sundown. Okay, now Andy Bryant says went there this weekend. Very tasty. Andy Bryant's a smart man, so he used code AC12 for 15% off. Very, very good. Okay, yummy, yummy in my tummy. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the running backs. We talked about this before. I'm fine with the running backs. Whoever, as long as Alonzo Carter's there, that room's going to be fine. Sheer, are you calling for Quincy Craig to be the starter?
No, but he's going to play. He's good, legitimately good. Mahdi, Ricino, Quincy Craig, really good 3. I doubt Arizona adds one more. It might want to because of Mike Mitchell's injury. I'm not sure it really does need to. But Craig is legit. He's absolutely legit.
And plus, none of these guys are total smurfs either. None of them are like 112 pounds. Yeah, Little Caesars starts May 5th, my friend. Plus of them, none of them are like real smurfs. So I like the room. Who is going to be the leading rusher in the room? Is it going to be Ricino?
I would assume based on amount of carries, it'll be. No, honestly, I think it'll be Mahdi.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm fine with that. I like either one of those though. These are all good. These are all good options. Also, real quick on Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. This merits more than a mention. We claim him. Anybody that says we don't claim him, listen. I know that he probably got caught with his hand in the cookie jar trying to play at the U of A. But at the end of the day, this dude gave up everything to try to sneak onto the U of A football field. What NFL prospect ever has done everything possible to try to sneak onto the football field, Sheer? I say this is one of our own.
What was he on the roster last year?
Yeah.
Did he declare for the NFL? I see no. I don't even understand the conversation. He's one of the best Wildcats of all time.
This is again if he's a starting, he is a Wildcat. Yes. Now, Stutcho, if the Cats win 2 to 3 games, will Brennan be fired? Yes. $2 super snap. Very much appreciate that. By the way, Rich Carrillo tweeted out something about my take on Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, that if anybody that says we don't claim him doesn't know ball, and then he says, "Look at this pipsqueak," and then he tags Chief at the end of it. Okay, dude.
By the way, Shelby's on my butt to shout out men's tennis, who won the Big 12 title. So golf and tennis are the first Big 12 champions.
Benwin White said the same thing.
Yeah, on my butt.
Yeah, Benwin White. Yeah, absolutely. JCM never lost a game here. That's it. Okay, totally agree. Now,
women's golf, men's tennis. Say it, Mike. Say congrats.
Women's golf, men's tennis. What? All right, now the offensive line, though, Sheer. Is it going to be offensive? And give me your. I'm going to give you my 5, and then you give me your 5. And this is based off of my in-depth analysis of spring ball. So. I'm going to go on the interior, and Ben White was talking about this as well, because there's not going to be a lot of tight ends, so we're probably going to have to look in the interior a little bit more. But I think at center it's going to be DeCambra. We agree, and then your guy Chuba.
Barring something crazy in the portal, it's DeCambra. Yes.
Okay. Then your guy Chuba.
As of now, I think that's up in the air.
Who's the other guard?
They want to add someone in the portal too. That's up in the air, I think.
Okay, and then to Canberra. I don't know, Eric Townsend. Don't shoot me. Now at the tackle position, then one of them's going to be Big Rhino. Then is the other one going to be Ty Buchanan or Tristan Bounds? I say Ty Buchanan.
Also up in the air.
I say Ty Buchanan. Put your
I think Bounds.
You think Bounds?
Yeah.
All right. Now let me ask you this: are you hopeful about the offensive line? Are you dreading the offensive line? Are you
hopeful, cautiously optimistic? Do I need to see it to believe it? But I am cautiously. I think Rhino is a big step. You forgot your boy. I can't believe you dissed the Deuce Boost.
Yeah, but you said Deuce Boost isn't going to start. He's not good enough.
I didn't say that.
You did.
I said no, I did.
I was going into the Chuba Hut, and the Chuba Hut when you told me that on the phone.
Right now, well, no, Buchanan will start. Yeah,
so
right now it's Buchanan, Chuba, DeCambra, Deuced, and Wooten. Rhino will be in there probably for Wooten. Yeah, it's not great.
Wooten is starting.
Wooten is starting. As of now, we'll see.
Can we get somebody to kind of tamper with him a little bit and be like,
that has happened. Believe it or not, that has happened.
Yeah, I don't know how else to say, but again, well, we have a hidden gem over here. But all right, the offensive line. Let me ask you this: do you think it's going to be better than last year? Excuse me.
It can't be worse. It can't be worse.
So you lose Jonah, Moy, and Baker, and you get better.
It can't be worse. Well, those guys didn't play either.
What?
Those guys didn't all play either.
Jonah never played?
Jonah played. Baker was hurt one game.
Oh, Baker played.
Moy was hit or miss. I'm just saying. It's also different. Because you're getting the ball out a lot quicker.
All right. Okay. Now I'm done with these scurrilous rumors that I am Mike's daughter. Proof is in the chat. But now you're just having like Jerry Reyes or Brad the Bully Hudson on your fake account there, Dennis Walsh. Nice try. All right. Let me ask you this. Yes, I am going to say this, and I agree with Joseph on this. Oglesby is extremely sus with the evals so far. Would you characterize it as sus so far?
Yeah, for sure. And It's hard to cope. It's hard to cope.
It's hard to do. It's hard to cope. And yeah. Okay. Now, the defense, but let's pay a few bills here first, because the defense, I actually have something interesting that I heard. I heard something every now and then. But first, something that's far more important than anything else. We need to push back against the rumors. Just like we're pushing back against the rumors about, let's see here, about Joseph and his lies. Green Valley Decorative Rock will not go unscathed here by the rumors that have been pushed around by so many people in so many parts of the world. Listen, it's in Tucson. It's in Tucson. Sheer.
It is. And we're tired of it. We're absolutely tired of it.
At some point, the garbage has to stop. And I think that it's stopping. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. Sure, they have 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials. Where do you think that you can find these 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials? Or locally? Yes, because they're locally sourced. Now, also, when you can go north to Oracle, west to Marana, east to Sierra Vista Benson, south to Nogales. Like I said, trust me in all of this. Everybody, it's there. It's in Tucson. People are utilizing it. And if you see somebody in public that's telling you that it's not true, just get them out of your face. Get them out of your face. Okay, now what else we got?
Spit on them.
Don't spit on them. I don't know. All right, RJ's Frozen Cactus, my friend. All right, we are going to be having a fight night May 10th. And when you think UFC, I've had so many different people. All right, let's see here. Tony Olivero says, I don't know why this Green Valley Reed gimmick is so hysterical. It never gets old, but it does. Please never stop doing it. I will not. Yes, thank you. But all right, RJ's Frozen Cactus. Sure, when you think of me, a lot of people think professional athlete and ex-fighter. I was not an ex-UFC fighter, no matter how many people think that I am.
Are you sure? All right. Well, I mean, you look You know.
I know. I'm a fairly imposing guy. I get it, but I am not. All right, now we need to talk about the parking lot because we already have the comment in there. Sheer, for this May 10th fight, Dennis Walsh has already said that he is going to land his jet in the parking lot. There's going to be RVs there. There's going to be all kinds of different things there, Sheer. And this parking lot,
we have enough room.
If we
More than enough room.
Yeah, we got enough room. This thing is basically, we could set up a UFC fight just in the parking lot. Yeah. And H. Burns says, Nick Arena says, can't believe you guys got me with the parking lot. It's a big deal, literally and figuratively. All right, but they have no bad seats in the house, 100 plus craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. Pre-game at RJ's, then ride share to the game. Check it out. Okay, now let's get back to the defense here. Sheer, now take this for what it's worth. The heck? Yeah. Oh, hey, look at my hand. It's healing. Okay.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Okay. Yes. All right. Now, Deshaun McKnight
is tell people that's from gardening work. We know the truth, Mike. We know the truth.
but get your mind out of the gut. Okay. Now, let me ask you. Deshaun McKnight seems to really be a thing. They really expect Deshaun McKnight to be a monster. I trust no more of their evals if he turns out to not be good at all.
Look, if he turns out not to be good, then he's just a spring warrior because he's good. I mean, he's had a really nice camp, much better than I thought he would be. I mean, Danny Gonzalez flat out said in his presser the other day, Deshaun McKnight is much better than I thought he would be. He was just supposed to be a guy that came in and played some snaps and add depth. He is a starter. He is legitimately good.
What were his stats at his previous stop?
I mean, he had pretty good. All right. Okay. Well,
yeah. That means you're going to type. Yeah. Wouldn't be the first spring warrior. That's what. Oh, Joseph is very skeptical of everything.
So last year he had 20 tackles and 3 sacks.
And where was he at?
UT Martin as an interior lineman. That's not bad. 3 sacks, 20. It depends on the system you play.
Is UT Martin an HBCU?
No,
that's the HBCU.
Are you sure?
Look it up.
UT Martin is not an HBCU.
Oh, man, okay. Well, I'm struggling today. But all right. So you got him, and then you got Tia Savea, and then you got Trey Smith, who's now working on using his hands.
Yeah, it's so true. It's funny.
Yeah,
he was basically like, he's never been coached well before. Gonzalez said it too the other day. He goes, yeah, it's just amazing what Trey Smith and what Joe Salve has been able to teach him that he didn't know before.
You know what's amazing too about it is that I don't think I'll get in trouble here. Well, I don't care.
Who cares?
Who cares? Nobody on the coaching staff except Brent Brennan thought that thought that Joe Samala was a good coach. Seriously?
Yeah. No, I know. I
mean, I don't know what else to say. Nobody thought he was good. So we got him out of here. I still like that one presser. What's your motto? Just get it. Or was that what it was?
Yeah. Go get that ball.
Yeah.
Or like, go. And so the best was when someone's like, well, if you're aggressive and then the run game and blah, 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 they over pursue. And he's like, I've never thought about that. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah. I'm not too impressed. Either way, Samalo, shoo. Okay. All right. So that's what it is. So anybody else on the D line that we need to know about? Tia Savea, obviously. I am not happy though that Isaiah Johnson is not starting. I like Isaiah Johnson.
He'll play, but he's not going to start.
All right. Well, that's too much of a bummer. Yeah. Let's see here. Mike's slumping on the HBCU batting average. I'm still 1 for 3, so maybe I'll just quit while I'm ahead. Yeah. Portland Timbers, the great Timbers. Idua Akunde.
That was good.
I'm good.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's been solid. They need another pass rusher. Everybody needs another pass rusher, but they need another pass rusher.
By the way, if Geiska DMs anybody here asking for their information, don't give it to them. Keep it to yourself. That's your information, young man. Your information. Okay, now let's talk about the linebacking unit. I knew the one guy wasn't going to be good immediately, and you tried selling me on him, and I didn't buy it. I said no.
I did not.
No,
we're in agreement. We're in agreement. That was a bad email from the beginning.
Gotcher not nearly good enough.
Yeah, Blake Gotcher's just not good enough. I actually think he's on transfer watch.
Okay, good. Okay, now good. Okay, so then Tay Brown, Riley Wilson, And is it Rylan? I always want to say Rylan Griffin. That's the guy from Kansas. Rylan
No,
Will.
so Tay Brown is a lock, and the other linebacker, you probably have Max Harris, and then depending on the package, you have Chase Kennedy and Riley Wilson.
Interesting. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, still picking up some of the clicking and typing Sheer is doing.
I'm not typing. I haven't
Yeah,
typed
but
it all.
you didn't either. My mic has been so good. You want to know why it's been so good? I think we figured it out. Headphones, my friend. Headphones. Okay.
No, I don't think it's headphones at all.
We'll blame it on you.
I sound the same. Ask the people in the comments.
No. It's not about you. It's always about you with you. It's more about me. Okay, now, all right. So what did you say? Who are the 3 linebackers again? I wasn't paying attention.
Tay Brown is a lock, and then in the other spot, it's probably Max Harris, and then Riley Wilson and Chase Kennedy.
Okay, I like Chase Kennedy. I like Chase Kennedy a great deal. All right, now is he still only like 197 pounds though?
Yeah, I'm not. Chase Kennedy has work to do. I think he's solid, but he hasn't gained any weight to the point where they moved him at linebacker. He's not great in coverage. He's like one of these guys. He needs to. I don't know. I like Max Harris and Riley Wilson better, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I do as well. I caught the same things in camp. Okay, now let's talk about the secondary. Sheer, I am okay with the secondary. Sheer. Oh, hey, Sheer asked me this yesterday, or not yesterday, when I was at Home Depot getting like fertilizer. You know, it's funny. I feel like the Unabomber now. Every time I'm at Home Depot, I keep having to go get fertilizer. Did you know that you have to like? Did you know that you can't buy more than a certain amount of fertilizer?
Yeah, dude, you can make bombs with it.
Well,
it's
I know
like, medicine.
Do I look like I know how to make a bomb?
You definitely look like a bomber, dude.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm smart enough. I wouldn't be able to figure it out, though.
I'm just saying, like, if I saw you,
that's fair. That's fair because I look like I could go off the deep end. But at the same time, though, I wouldn't have no clue how to technologically do it. I'd have to outsource it to Ben One White.
That's fine.
Mike, they call me the toilet bomber. That's much, much better. Yes. Okay. Anyways, you put off enough gas. Also, we will be up in Phoenix Saturday. Boots on the ground, baby.
Maybe if they get back to us.
Back to us. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff to get to. We got confrontations up there. We got scraps. Well, let's see. Mike has a little Teddy K in him. Who's Teddy K?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ted Kaczynski.
Kaczynski. Oh, not good. Oh, did you ever see that cabin that he lived in? That it was like an upside down cabin in like Idaho.
You bought it, didn't you?
No. Well, no, I didn't buy it. I wonder. Hey, have you ever looked at a picture of that thing?
No, I'll look it up right now.
Look at this cabin. It looks like it's like upside down, like into a tree or something. It's super weird. Check it out.
Yo, that's a weird. I mean,
can you imagine living in that thing?
That looks like a murder cabin.
Yeah. How did somebody not come across that cabin and say this guy's up to something? Nothing. Hey, you know how
looks like one of those cabins that are like in witch movies, you know, like, oh, there's a random cabin here by a bunch of trees.
Yeah. Hey, you know how they caught him, right? It was like his brother, because they put out the manifesto and like the manifesto and the brothers like listening to it on the news. And he was like, I think it was his brother or some relative, something.
Weren't you? I thought you were his brother.
No, I'm not. So anyways, like, and we'll get back to sports here in a second. But anyways, his brother's like, yeah, I think I know who. I think I know who did this. And they're like, what do you mean? And he said, yeah, it looks a lot like my brother's writing. And then they found him though. That cabin's very scary though, Sheer.
Very scary.
Very scary.
Very scary.
All right, now, anyways, Ted Kaczynski. Thanks, Lan. Back to the secondary. You think the guy from West Virginia that had like the lowest PFF in the country is going to be good? This is true.
Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty good. I think. I'm sorry, I was reading something. Yeah, I think that Aiden Garnes in the slot. Now the question is, how do you get him on the field when Stukes gets back? That'll be the big question.
That's what's going to happen.
That's what slot. He's a slot corner right now.
How many years of eligibility does he have?
Who?
Garnes or Barnes, whatever his name is.
This might be it. I don't know.
All right. So you asked me, Sheer called me and he said, what players from Arizona would start or play at Texas? And we started on the defensive side of the football. And we came up with 2.
Who's the second?
Traden and Genesis.
Yes. But yes, yeah.
Okay.
We
All
don't think Dalton would be.
No, I like Dalton,
there.
but there's a difference between being BBN. There's a difference between Arizona good and Texas good. Would we agree with that?
Yes. Oh, I mean, I think Texas, you're probably not as good as you are at Arizona.
I mean, you know,
Is
guys
that what you meant?
guys that couldn't even start at Arizona went in and were difference makers at Texas. What does that say about the state of both programs?
You said it. You said it.
I don't know. You should get Gas Extra sponsor. Yeah, the problem with like the corporate like in Little Caesar is awesome, but it's difficult to like get in touch with them because you have to go through like 900 loops and like. And if I'm on the phone for more than like 8 minutes, like my brain starts spazzing, so I can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna. So, anyways, all right. So I think the secondary is actually going to be pretty darn good. I really do. I like the talent. I think it's pretty decent. I don't think it's great, but I think it's the strength of the team.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And it's going to be a lot different than last season. It's going to be aggressive. It's going to be a lot more disguised coverages. It's going to be a very interesting defense.
Have you ever seen a D coordinator though that says? Have you ever seen a D coordinator that says, "Yeah, you know what? We're not going to run an aggressive defense. We're going to run a defense that basically we just want to bend but don't break."
Yeah.
And
Last year's Dwayne Akina.
Well, he didn't say that, but
I mean, kind of.
yeah,
They played dime. They played dime the entire game and let UCF go for 9,000 yards and just sat there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a slow
I like
burn.
Dwayne, but Dwayne was not an aggressive defensive coordinator.
It's a slow burn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, with that U of A defense last year, man, you're not.
Well, you have your choice. You could sit back and let that happen, or you could be aggressive.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, I'm gonna go on record and saying 5 wins. I think they're going to be better than last year.
The over/under's 5.5.
That's that. The over/under is only 2 less than it was last year.
The over/under's 5.5, and the plus money is on over. So meaning that they think it's going to be under pretty much.
Oh, I like. I'm back.
You're going 6 wins. No, you're not. Get out of here.
No, I'm not.
Okay, just making sure.
No, I'm going 5. I'm going 5. I'm going 5 though.
5 wins. Brent Brennan returns with 5. We agree.
Yeah. Yes. Well, although it does kind of depend on how it looks a little bit. I need to be entertained.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If they win 5, but they're losing like the last 3 games by 80 points.
Yeah, then I'm fine. But I can't have boring games. And like 3 of the wins are like, do we have?
9-7.
Yeah, and who do we have? I assume we have NAU this year and some other. Oh, we don't even have NAU?
Hawaii, home. Weber State, home. Kansas State, non-conference game, home.
2-1.
Wow. Not 3-0. You're not back in the A?
Well, I don't think they're going to beat Kansas State.
I don't know if Kansas State is supposed to be that good.
Well, I don't care about. Okay, this is more of an indictment on Arizona, not Kansas State.
You are so negative today.
No, I'm not. Let's see here. Arizona goes 7-5 or 8-4. Does he win Conference Coach of the Year? Yes.
He wins National Coach of the Year.
He wins National Coach of the Year. Yeah, that would be the epitome of tearing something down to build it back up in your own motto. I like it.
Kansas State. I'm looking now.
Hey, what's U of A baseball ranked?
I don't know. They're ranked like 15th, I think.
Nice.
I'm trying to find the win total. I can't find it.
Yeah, either way. All right, we expect him to be better. Yes. So that's where we're at. Avery Johnson, I'll be stunned if he goes to Tennessee. It's a hometown kid.
No, the rumor today is that they're going after the Illinois QB. That's a true story.
Oh, is that really? Oh, that'd be great. That would be really great.
Altmaier. That's a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but Altmaier's the rumor.
All right, I would take that. Yeah, get him out of there. Then I control that fan base a little bit more. Norrin Rudin, did Mike just say that if we lose by 30 in 3 games in a row, that is okay as long as he is entertained? And yeah. Mike, this is about me, not about the win totals. This is about me. So at least I'm being honest here.
I'm about you. We're all about each other.
All right, now let's get to a little bit of U of A basketball and some U of A baseball as well. Real quick though, U of A baseball. Shearer. Looking really good, my friend. Really good.
You look really good.
By the way, did I ever tell you about the people that told me that he would never be able to recruit Chip Hale? These are all his players, correct?
That wasn't me. No.
These are almost all his players, are they not?
No.
Who's not his player?
I don't know. I'd have to go through it. But yeah, they are.
Yeah, okay. Take that. All right, U of A basketball. Let's get a couple reads in here, and then we're going to talk about U of A basketball. We're going to talk about Carter and deadlines and stuff. Lan, the man with the master plan. Lan is in this chat. Lan said that I give off of some Ted Kaczynski vibes. Thank you, Lan. I appreciate it.
It's a big compliment.
Yeah, do you think Ted Kaczynski would ever go to Aris Dental?
No. If he did, he would know that he might get arrested, but they would not remove his tongue.
No. They're not going to do any of that because they only offer necessary treatment. Now, I bet you anything that Ted Kaczynski 1,000% needed dental implants. I think it's hard to imagine that they wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yes. So you've got that. And here's the other thing. You're living in that cabin. But guess what? Land's got people coming from the Midwest to come to Aris Dental for that great deal. The championship package, 1997, my friends, 1997. Get it, Sheer? That's the year they won the national championship.
You better get it now because that price is going up next year, baby.
Yeah. That thing's going up there. So get in there right now. Get in on what Ted Kaczynski did not have the fortune of being able to take advantage of. TucsonImplants.com, TucsonTeeth.com, my friends. Yummy. Look at this. This woman is so excited knowing because she's about to go to sleep or something that she will emerge with her tongue. That is a big part of that. Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
Ted Bundy was from SRS. All right, Bridge Tech Communications. Now, you might say, Bridge Tech Communications, Mike, what can they do for you? The question is not what can they do for you, it's what they can do for me. And the thing about Bridge Tech Communications, sure, you like 750% average ROI, getting your gym membership out there. You do it. Sure, listen, that's the way it is.
750. There's no bigger number.
Yeah, no, it is. There is. Yes, check it out. Now, the 100 plus health entities across multiple states. They can help you market your gym or health wellness spa. You name it, they've got it. Bridge Tech Communications. We like our friend Tony. Check it out, Bridge Tech Communications. Okay, now we got a couple dates coming up here. The transfer portal is April 22nd to close, and the MNBA declaration is the 26th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, Cody James Martin said a bunch of wrong things in our text message group this morning.
Yeah, he was on fire. It's not wrong. He's not wrong.
No, he is wrong. He's totally wrong about about Carter declaring. If Carter declares for the draft and stays in the draft or goes through the process, it doesn't matter to me if he declares now or if he declares on the 26th. If he's going through the process, it means nothing.
Disagree.
How?
Tomorrow's the portal deadline.
Yeah.
Okay. If he doesn't declare by tomorrow and he doesn't tell Arizona what he's doing and he declares on Friday, you cannot pay someone to enter the portal.
Well, I know, but he doesn't know. But if he declares and he keeps his options open, he obviously doesn't know what he's doing then.
I guess. But the whole idea of finding a guy in the portal with Carter Bryant's money goes away here in about 24 hours, Mike.
Well, I know, but all right, I guess let me rephrase. If Carter L. Bryant declares for the draft today, but he keeps all of his options open, it's still the exact same thing, the same deadline, the same waiting process as if he did it on the 26th.
Yes. Yeah. But what does Arizona do?
Well, I don't know what else to say. Like,
I know, that's why I'm asking. What does Arizona do?
I don't know. It's an interesting situation. I think he's coming back. Now you look in the do you think there's going to be a rush of last second portal entries tomorrow?
I think we'll get a couple big ones today and tomorrow. Nothing crazy.
What do you think PJ Haggerty does?
PJ Haggerty overplayed his hand.
Did he?
Yeah, dude, he wants $4 million in a starting point guard. He's not getting either. Point guard he could maybe get $4 million. He ain't getting it.
Well, I got a question. It is too late, but he's better than Donovan Dent.
Yes, but had he entered when Dent entered, he would have made more money. He waited too long.
Yeah, interesting. All right. So, anyways, Carter Bryant. So, you don't believe that Carter Bryant's back next year, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now that could change within by the time the show's over. But the so you look at it in the portal. Who do you? Yeah, I don't know.
Grant Foster.
I don't hate him.
The Spacers do.
Well, the space.
Mike, he had KJ Lewis 3-point numbers.
Yeah, but the previous year he shot 33%. I can play that game. I can play that game. Yeah.
I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. But it is, you are at the point where you're approaching very slim pickings here. And again, the idea that you could go into the portal and now buy a player to replace Carter is gone within 24 hours.
Is Grant Foster, is he a bad guy?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that either. Plus,
just because he's 26 years old.
Is he 26 years old?
He's old. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. He's maxing out his time. Skier, you were giving me anxiety saying Carter isn't coming back. I need to know if you've heard something. He hasn't heard anything.
We've said that multiple times. It has nothing to do. I don't know.
Yeah, we have no inside information here. Now, I do like the question though about who would you prefer at the small forward than Dylan Anderson or Jamari Phillips. I think that would actually be a good Twitter poll question.
It's close. Philly B.
I got a question here. If the plan is, and I will say this, let's say Carter L. Bryant doesn't come back, and you
are you sure you want to say this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right, I'm ready.
Aristod, and they don't get somebody big. Aristod would be your starting small forward.
That's what I said on the show last week.
Yeah,
and then you get like a 6-man, a guard or something.
I don't know that that's the worst thing in the world, honestly.
Okay, well, let me throw another wrench into this. You ready?
Stop throwing up equipment at me.
Is there a chance that based on the timing and all that, ADO winds up starting at the 3 again next year? Because people will not have that. And there is. There is. Why wouldn't there be?
Well, I mean, ADO's a winner, man. I don't think they'll start ADO, but
your wings, your small forwards in the portal, right? RJ Lewis, not gonna happen. Right.
By the way, there must be something really wrong with him. Like there's no interest in him.
Yeah, I would assume. Chad Baker Mazzara.
He's not bad though.
Dude, I'm telling you, I really think the guy that I said
Jameer Watkins
is no, it's
who is
Nas Cunningham has not signed with anyone.
I will absolutely give somebody the business if they're wrong on this one.
Nas Cunningham, Terrence Arsenault. Now, of course,
who would you rather have, Nas Cunningham or Arsenault?
Arsenault's injuries bother me, but Nas Cunningham literally hasn't played a minute of college basketball.
Right.
If you're going to go get Nas Cunningham, you might as well just go get one of these guys that decommitted from another school. Like there's a rumor that John Clark is going to decommit from Texas or someone.
Hey, how do we get that? How do we get that Darian Adams guy here? I would take him.
Darius Adams?
Yes.
Yeah. Why not just pay for him? I don't know. I love Carter. I'm not blaming him for anything. Arizona's in a very difficult position.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
What?
Emmanuel Carnley is transferring.
Do we want him back?
No, but
that was an easy one to see. I didn't get that hype with that guy. Plus, he was a putz. I didn't get that. We need him in Colorado. That'd be really good. All right. So, anyways, we will find out. There will be blood in the streets if ADO starts, I would assume. But I like ADO more than some, so I'm okay with that. Now let's talk a little bit about EYBL. Do we know who's going to be there at EYBL? Are you gonna? I need you to ask so we know.
Team Why Not is there. So Christian Collins is on Team Why Not.
Is he ultimately hard to get?
I mean, because he's like one of the top players in the country, but he's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Keep going. What else do we got?
I believe AZ Unity is Cameron Holmes.
We like Cam.
So he'll be there. That's all I know.
Okay. Yeah, that's not
Vegas
enough.
Elite. Vegas Elite is usually prolific prep, so they'll have talent. I don't know. And I'll be honest, if it's not that good, I mean, we're not going all the way up there for Cameron Holmes and Christian Collins.
Norton Rudin. Oh, I am going up there for.
You would go up there for 2 players?
I'd go up there for more, but yeah.
Right.
Plus,
what's our number? Like 5?
5. I think 5.
Yeah.
5. I think's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, Norton Rudin, $10 super snap. We know Carter watches the show, Mike. Just push Carter off the fence and tell him to come back. Use your influence, man. Hey, man, I've done it. I asked Deshaun and he didn't respond to me. I am not happy with Deshaun right now. Deshaun, that's on you. Thank you for the super snap. Deshaun, you owe me a super snap. So we will see. Now let's look around the Big 12 a little bit here. Is Kansas now going to like have an all-star roster like overnight? Because you saw now that they're expected to either get Darian Williams or the Teran Stokes guy,
or both. Yeah, Bill Self. Here's the thing with teams like Kansas. When they lose, it's actually easier to raise money.
Yeah,
because they just go, "Oh my God, we need more money," and then like their rich boosters go like, "Oh, no problem."
Right.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. So you look at it, then at that point, it becomes pretty interesting because they got Peterson, they got Bubinga or whatever his name is, and then they've got
say Babunga.
Yeah, what is it? Badunga. Yeah, Topanga. No, it's not Topanga. But yeah, either way, he's good. And I think they could be good. By the way, if we're when we saw Bill Self this summer, he did not look good.
He did it. Remember the first time we saw him in public? I think it was this summer, and we were very interested. His hair was
generous.
He did.
I mean, he did. He looked like Ellen DeGeneres. He had this fake like dyed hair, and it was, I don't know. Like I looked, I'm like, and that's not.
You were no longer attracted. You were no longer attracted to him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It went away. Sometimes you see things you can't unsee. That was one of those. That was one of those situations. So that they should be pretty good. Also, I think Nick makes a good point. If I'm BYU, I think I'm kind of sitting on my roster at this point because I think if I just keep adding more and more players, sooner or later, I think it's kind of diminishing returns.
I think in college basketball, you have to be very careful with your roster. There's still one basketball. There is such a thing as almost being too talented.
Right. Because
at the end of the day, and not only that, you are putting together an atrocious defensive lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, it is you're just hoping that you're basically going Alabama style, right? Where you're hoping to score 100 points a game and that'll win you the national championship. And in college basketball, that's very rare.
Right. All right. Now, we need to talk about this because I keep getting people asking this. Big T, if Carter leaves, could Cats afford R.J. Luis Jr.? Nobody wants R.J. Luis Jr., and including his coach, Rick Pitino. That's generally a sign. When somebody like Pitino says, get lost, by the way, have you seen all the players that St. John's has added?
Yeah, but I'm laser focused right now. Dylan and Conrad are the 2 guys in the portal that I need to know.
Is there any? Can we? Hey, ask Nick to ask Trilly what the Dylan rumors are.
There are no rumors. That's the problem. That's the issue. There are no rumors.
Oh, he's going to end up at like Ottawa, isn't he?
Ottawa Christian.
Do they have a basketball program?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna be funny? People took it as a diss, and it's going to wind up not being a diss. It's time to come home to Pima, Dylan Anderson.
Yeah, but he doesn't have eligibility. If he had done this at this point last year, we
could go back. Sure, you can.
No, he can't. He can't play. Eligibility wise?
Yeah. Why couldn't he go to JUCO?
Because he's already he's in his 4th year now.
By numbers?
Yeah, he's in his 4th year, dude.
I don't know. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. I think that ship sailed. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything else that we.
Maybe he should have listened to us. Once again, we give out advice. Yeah. Young Gen Zers, they don't listen.
And on top of that, you also had a coach, one of the best junior college coaches in the country, Brian Peabody, who was absolutely willing to bring you in. What kind of NIL does Dylan command now?
$3.99.
Yeah, that's like I said, sometimes you got to be smart. Now, is it women's basketball talk yet? No, in just a minute though. All right, WMB says Conrad will lead Pima to the promised land. If I were Pima, I would have yeah, I don't yeah, I don't know, but I would like to have Conrad. Okay, let's get a couple reads in, and then we're also a women's basketball school, and there was a lot of news this weekend. Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Comfort X HVAC. Now, Sheer, how's your HVAC?
It's not as good as it would be if Comfort,
Yeah. Comfort X.
I panicked.
Yeah, you panicked for a second. Small business, big savings. Now, did you guys see Tony Gimino at that Easter shindig?
No. Shelby did everything she could to put on a fantastic event, remarkable event. The whole neighborhood showed up, except
that
Tony Gimino.
All right, yeah. Now let's see a picture.
Crap, Tony Gimino.
Let's put a face to a name.
Oh, there he is.
Look at
this guy.
If you just see a servile creature going around, he's probably takes after Tony Gimino. But we say that we tear Tony down so we can build Tony up.
Have you guys considered that he didn't come to the Easter event because he was so comfy in his house with his HVAC?
Oh, I bet that's it.
No, yeah,
I bet that's it. That's also, yeah, that's a great point. And I bet he decided not to go do that because he is comfortable. And listen, if you get this guy out in the wild, he's miserable. And before long, he's taking his shirt off. He's throwing rocks at kids. He's one of those guys. But look how happy he looks there because that's Comfort HVAC. Check it out, my friends. And again,
Nick did it.
He asked Dylan about Dylan Anderson.
Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Yes. What? Yeah, thank you, Nick.
So what's the latest on this beast?
That's so good. Code word. Hey, Cody, are they doing code word Wildcats for 10% off, or is it something else now? What's the deal?
Can we change the code to code We Hate Gimino?
No, they are giving a free AZ12 shirt with new clients.
All right, so we need to. That should be on there then, correct?
We're waiting on new pictures.
Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, you get a new shirt. You get a new shirt. Check it out. All right, Comfort X HVAC, my friends. New stuff. We all like new stuff. Okay, now Tony Oliveros says just use scurrilous in a conversation with my fiance. Supremely effective. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Okay, now. Let's see here. No, I know, Shelby. I don't go out to Red Rock where you guys live. Okay.
It's further and further.
It's further and further out, like Picture Rocks, where we're one of those.
Some woman tried to fight Shelby and the head of our HOA at this party.
What happened?
That's what she's. These kids wanted to use the park, and I guess Shelby said it was reserved, or the head of the HOA said it was reserved, and the woman lost her mind. And then she pushed the head of the HOA and then ran away. It was awesome. I missed it. I was pissed.
Didn't you guys pull a power play with the HOA so you could take?
Look. I don't want to say that what's the word? Impeached the entire HOA because I didn't like them.
Oh, but you made it.
I did. I basically rebuilt the entire HOA.
Oh, that is so good. A minor setback for a major HOA comeback here. Very good. All right. Also, we need to discuss Andre Veras for a second. I hung out with Andre Veras on Friday. He
told me that the sole purpose of that lunch was to convince you to endorse him. And 3 hours later, you stood your ground.
Yeah, his hand was still left empty. Nice try there, buddy. Now, you can get a free cookie from there, but Longview Insurance and Investments. I am not going to do I'm not going to do any of that right there. I stand on principle. But if you are ready for a financial plan and investment, ready for today's market volatility, contact Andre. Again, Sheer, we can't endorse. We'll highly recommend. Is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do what you.
Not going to do it.
Bad influences. Just take that somewhere else. Ask Cody James Martin because we're not doing it. Give Andre a call at 325-345-6520 area code and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting. Okay, now let's see here. Stephen A said MNBA Suns owner is maybe the worst. He does suck. Ishbia sucks.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, now let's see here. Joseph says, I don't know what's worse, the town of Oro Valley or a Storm Marana HOA. What does a Storm Marana HOA mean?
Strong.
Oh, Storm Marana HOA. That just reeks of somebody that like goes around looking for a suspicious person, and they're like, oh, we got to follow this guy, and then like, anyways, women's basketball. Hey, do not besmirch Oro Valley. I thought Mr. Tyler Warden lived in like Scottsdale.
No one likes Oro Valley.
Yeah.
On a political level. Hopefully I don't get in trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about women's college basketball. Oh, Cody, send me another. Can you send me a thumbnail so I can repost? Because the women's basketball, Ray Valencia, don't be a hypocrite, Mike. Being a hypocrite. Hypocrite. I don't get it. What did I do that's hypocritical?
Nothing. You ignore him.
Yeah. But Cody James Moore. Here's the deal, though, on the women's Facebook page, and if you're not on the women's basketball Facebook page, get on there. It's great. Also, they told me that I can keep posting all this stuff, but I have to have a women's basketball thumbnail as well. So that's what I tasked Cody with. Okay, now let's talk about what women's basketball is taking over the women's college basketball world. Check it out. What's going on, Sheer? What's the latest?
Yeah, there could be some news today. London Jones at UCLA is announcing, I think she's going to USC. I don't think she's going to go to Arizona. But Texas transfer Jordana Codio is also probably announcing here in the next 48 hours. And I think they have a very good shot of getting her. They're doing well. She picked up Becky Burke, picked up a New Orleans transfer from last week, who's a like big center. She finally is addressing post needs. I'm telling you, man, they're going to have a legitimately solid roster.
Are they going to be better than last year?
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, Interesting. I agree with that. I will agree with that. Now, Carter.
Look at Nick Arenas.
Carter announced that he will stay if Mike and Skier endorse Andre. No. This is
sorry, Carter.
You're in for a penny.
Buddy.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Yes. I mean, we're not going to do it. We stand on principle. So, all right, what else do we got here? Becky Burke, she's her recruiting. Is she going to be a pretty good recruiter here, Sure?
She works hard, man. She works hard. She tweeted or put on Instagram last night that since arriving, yesterday was her first meal without a recruit present.
Interesting.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Now, we also think the her staff. What do you think? Crack staff? What do we got?
James Ewing from Buffalo. Obviously, Hairgrove Brazzi is a big one. And then I think they're gonna add one more. The rumor is I've heard the former Texas Tech assistant is in the running, but we might find that out today also.
All right. Yes, Becky hired Luz Grant. Yeah, yes, that's very, very good. Becky with the good hair. All right, now, I am excited for this women's basketball season. I will be attending a few games this year. You have my word. I will be attending a few games this year. So, sure. If they get into the tournament, do we get to spike the football or the basketball in Adia's face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they face Adia in the first round.
Yeah.
That's all I answer.
Yeah. Hey, this is actually really cool, though. Adia trashing DRF nonstop and then DRF just giving all these funds. It's very good. I like it. DRF.
Very good.
Adia messed with the paw and she's getting the glove right now. That's the
right.
That's the drill. Now, who's going to be the best player on the women's basketball team next year? Do we have a go-to player?
Michaela Purdue is the Horizon Player of the Year, so she's obviously going to be pretty darn good. I would say the offense will revolve around her.
Is she the one with the? Is she the one with the face tat of Gilbert? Not the face tat. The arm tat of Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, she is.
What did? Yeah. So that's yes. I like how Mike snuck in that reference. What did I sneak in? Oh yeah. Good. Yeah. I got it. All right. So keep going though. How many more roster spots they got to fill out?
I think they saw like 5 more roster spots, 6 more roster spots.
Is this going to be a Tommy Lloyd type thing though, where you only offer like, or
no?
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Can't do that. It's hard to do that in women's basketball. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. So you're going to see some additions where they only average like 3 points, but we're like for instance, Codio, the one from Texas, she only averaged like 3 points, but she was also a top 50 player coming out of high school, and she also played for a top 5 program in the nation. So you kind of hope that she revitalizes her career, so to speak, at Arizona.
No, but no, we need to be very clear though. No charity scholarships.
No. Also, Chloe Mann is another one I want to mention her. They had her on a visit this past weekend. Cincinnati freshman guard. Her shooting splits are very bad. We're going to ignore them, but she's super talented.
Yes, we like it. Becky recruiting. I discovered Becky Burke. I was in on Becky Burke before about anybody else. I don't know that I discovered her though, but I was in on. Anyways,
Mike discovered the women's NIT winner. He did it.
You said it, not me. Okay. On that note, though, Skier, where can they find you doing your work?
WildcatAuthority.com, Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby. No one's entered the transfer portal yet for football, so
Mike's
we'll see,
America. Mike. No, that Shelby, you're going a little too far there. That's about the same as somebody saying that I endorsed Andre Veras. Neither are true. Wipe that off the screen, please.
Nick Arena, she's trying to get Lauren Swan to come back. That's it.
Yeah. We like Lauren Swan's good, right?
Yeah, I like Lauren Swan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. All right. Anyways, get on that women's Facebook page, everybody. Get in there. Get in there. Are they up to 6,000 members yet?
It's whatever it is. It's not enough, Mike.
It's not enough. We need this thing to go viral. Seriously, we're doing what we can.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, though, for Mr. Jason Shear, Cody James Martin, everybody in the chat. Oh, let me read the super snaps again. The super snaps, these super snaps keep me afloat. Very much appreciate it. AZ Wildcat fan, congrats to AZ Wildcat fan Jr., aka Koa Pete, on committing to U of A starting next year. It will be great to have him at Arizona's flagship university. Bear down, baby. Very much appreciate it. $5 super snap. Stut Joe, $2. If the Cats win 2 or 3 games, will Brennan be fired? Yes. Norin Rudin, we know Carter watches the show. Mike, just push Carter off the fence and tell him to come back. Use your influence, man. I will do what I can. I can only do so much, though. Yeah. So, on this note, though, Wilbur's big burner in there. Back the A, baby. All right. On this note, though, for Sheer, we will be back with you tomorrow. 10:30, Cody James Martin doing his thing, letting the bells ring. I am merely Mike Luke. That was good. TTFN, to quote Nick Arenas, ta-ta for now. We will be back with you tomorrow.